Hey, good evening. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. A little while ago, some of you older subs that have been with us for quite a while, about sometime last year I think, we were going through some heavy stuff at the time, and a lot of threats, and it was a difficult time. But the reason I bring this up now is not to talk about that specifically. What I wanted to talk about is that, as I say, some of you older subs might remember that behind me the lighting was slightly different then, and the wall behind me wasn't covered by a curtain. Let me just show you. So now the wall is covered by a curtain, but you can see that the part that's not covered by the curtain is plywood. That's because we're still working on our little house, okay? So the wall is actually metal stud and it's covered in plywood. Now we have a different curtain and it covers a little bit more of that wood. But at the time, when we were, I've just asked Beth what was happening back there when we actually saw a face that was in some way superimposed onto that piece of plywood, that wall. I look around, it's not there. It appeared in the video. Now, if it was just me thinking that would be one thing, but quite a few people at that time agreed that they could see this face. And in fact, a lot of people actually sent us a picture that a photo that they'd taken of the screen at that moment that the face was there. It was a stationary thing. It wasn't in great detail. It was certainly no portrait of someone that you would recognize, but it was a face, and it was hard to explain what that was about and why it was there. We had a lot of different theories put up as to why that face would be there in any way. But I saw it. I always think that if something is spotted, if something was remarked on, if something was observed or concluded by more than one or two people who were separate, in other words, Tom, Dick or Harry living in Australia, the UK or Germany spotted something at different times and remarked on it, I would count that as having some validity. Now, whether something is true or not, or what the meaning of it is another thing. The interpretation. I mean, you know, I could, or you could come on here, you could write to me tonight, couldn't you? And you say, I had a dream, and in the dream, this is what happened. And then we could read that letter out, and any one of our 170,000 subscribers might give their interpretation of what that is about. Now, that's what happened with the face that was behind me. And the face was in this area here. I'm sure that you can find that video if you have the patience to do so. But I don't think I could go in and in 7,500 videos find the face. But it would definitely be in, if you're interested, it would definitely be in the title. It would be in the title that there was a face on the wall behind me that apparently was metaphysical. Well, the reason that I'm bringing this up now is because I've let my phone go off, so I've lost the let me see if I can find it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's another video that's just come out, and Angie, who is one of our subscribers, spotted something in the video that was very strange. I've been back and I've had a look at the video myself. Now, we're not talking about the face video, we're talking about something else. A little while ago, in the last few days, we put out a video that was titled, "We had no option than to let go, expat living in the Philippines." Okay, so you got that. We had no option but than to let go, expat living in the Philippines. And that's the title of the video. And if you go and if you're looking, especially if you're looking at our videos and you're lucky enough to be able to put them onto any of the videos that you see on YouTube, I won't get carried away and say you'd be lucky enough to see our videos on there, but maybe you can see our videos on a large flat screen, which I know that lots of our subscribers are able to do. And if you look on that and look at the sunset in that video, Talit is out in the fields and she's going down to look at the little net cage that we had for some of the little fish that we were thinking might successfully breed in the small creek that was down there, and hence the title, "We had no option but to let go." There's not a great deal of water, and so we let them go. So the thing that's on the video that the "We had no option" video, is that on the sun is there's a brilliant sunset that's happening when Talik walks down there with some of the other kids, and on the sun itself is a dark image of some kind. Now, I haven't been able to pull it out. We work on a small laptop, and I work, as you saw, I work mostly on an iPhone, and I have an Oppo which is a little bit bigger. But I haven't been able, on the suggestion of Angie, to go to the... I've been back and I've looked at it and said, hey, I never noticed that. But I see this dark image. So if you look at there's an image of a sun. Let me see, what can I show you? Let's say that that's the image of a sun, and on for you on the left hand side of the sun is this blackened image that I have not been able to go back, as Angie suggested, and freeze frame that and then zoom in and see if I could see better. Now, I haven't been able to do that, but I know that a lot of you guys, as I say, are watching videos on YouTube, and you're able to watch them on your large flat screen TVs. So what I thought is I'd put that out there, direct your attention to that video with the express purpose of looking at the sunset. And if you look at the sunset, in the first moment or two of the video starting, certainly within the first minute or 2 minutes, and you will see that image that is on the sun, which is a most unusual situation. So you can get in touch with me on Messenger, and if you have an interesting letter, an interesting what can I say, an interesting analysis, offer some thoughts on that strange thing that's happened on our video, I'd be very happy to read it out with or without your name, depending on your preference, and let's see what you guys can come up with by way of an explanation. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. I look forward to hearing some more about this. Don't forget to get in touch with me on Messenger. Bye for now.